I really am here, delighted to be here tonight, and just want to tell you a little bit about my own career, about how we changed Birmingham from what was a very run-down business in 1993 when I took it over into the business that it is today. And it all started for me when I saw an advert in the Financial Times, a little advert, and it said football club for sale. Oh, that's very interesting. So I phoned up and I got the details. And I went to my chairman and I said, there's this football club for sale in Birmingham called Birmingham City. And I'd never been to Birmingham. I said, you know, it's run down, it's in administration, it's literally falling down. I'd like you to buy it and let me go and run it. He said, football? It's a very male-dominated business. He said, you're going to have to be twice as good as the men to be thought as even only half as good. I said, well, luckily that's not difficult. He said, all right then, if you want to, we will. And that was on the Friday, and on the Monday we went to football club. And there I was, 23 years old, at a press conference, desperate to look at least 25, so big hair, big earrings, big shoulder pads. Turned up, gave my spiel to the press about what I was going to do. And when I finished, I said, any questions, any questions? A little hand went up. I said, yes, sir. He said, Sunday people. I said, yes, sir. He said, what are your vital statistics? Oh, and I remember thinking, oh God, my boss is right, I do have this mountain to climb. So I said to him, look, you can imagine, you know, I'm 23 years old, but I'm here to change the way that people perceive business. I'm here for the business of football. I said, when you come back to Birmingham in 10 years' time, you're going to see us playing in the best league in the world, setting standards that others will follow, and really making people realise that this is a professional job. And with that, I was very dramatic. I flipped my very big hair. It was 12 years, because 12 years from that date, almost to the day, Deloitte, who write a report about the business of football across Europe, wrote that you can find the blueprint of running a successful football club at Birmingham. And in business, it is a very fine line you walk between risk and reward. And we have really managed to walk that line very well indeed, I have to say. I mean, we're one of the very few football clubs in this country that makes any money and has no debt. I mean, we turn over 55 million, and last year we made over £5 million profit. For a small business, that's pretty good. For a football club in this country, trust me, it's excellent. But the business today is incredibly different to the business that I inherited. Because in life, there are people who make things happen. There are those that watch what happens. And then there are those that wonder what happened. And we were in that third category. And it was going to have to be a case of being cruel to be kind to change the business. And something I tell my staff then, which I tell them to this day, actually it's not about the hours you put into a business that makes it great. It's what you put into those hours that really can change your business and change it for the better. And to business leaders, I always say that the hardest thing to change in any business is the culture, the atmosphere in a business. It really is the single hardest thing to change. And I say that you can only do it by having two strategies, really. One very important one is to take people's minds with you. And what I mean by that is, what's the strategy of the company? Where's this company going? Does everybody who works for the company understand what the strategy is? Do they understand their individual role they're going to play in that strategy? And that is about really good communication. And more importantly, actually, I think in a modern business, is about taking people's hearts. Enthusiasm, the passion, the desire that people can only get from you if you're running a business. Do you love what you do? Does that rub off to the people that are working there? Do they feel really special about working in this organisation? Do they want to continue to work in it? And what are they really going to contribute alongside you to make it a great, great place to work? So if in your business, the customer trusts you, trusts the way you run the business, trusts the business that you're running, understands what your business is about, you can start to expand your customer needs. So the first need for a Birmingham City supporter to come to Birmingham is for football. And then we can change that and stretch that to a credit card. Then we can move it into a mortgage and so on. And that's about trust and people understanding the business model. And I've always believed that successful business people are ones that hold on to the old ways of doing things as long as they're good, but are ready and prepared to grab new ways of doing things as soon as they are available. And at Birmingham, we didn't have any old ways that were good. We wanted to create this new and better business. And the first and most important part of that was staff. And we developed something called the first principle of training. It's a very simple philosophy, and we all live our lives by it at Birmingham. And it's fundamentally about teaching people to do the things that need to be done when they need to be done, whether they like it or not. But my own philosophy in motivating staff is allowing staff to have three things. The first thing is determination, which is really a bit about ambition as well, but having determination. The second thing is enthusiasm. And actually, as a business person, it's the one thing you cannot teach people: enthusiasm. People either have it or they don't. And for me, it's the number one ingredient I look for in everybody who works for me. And the third thing, I believe that every single person, I know it happens in my business, is, every single person who works in an organisation needs to know, where is this organisation going? What's my individual role in making the company a success and getting to where we're going? And thirdly, if the company's a success and I've delivered my part of that success, what is it that is my reward? And I think if everybody who works for you understands those three things, you and your company will be a success. And a successful management team, which is myself and my board, our job's even simpler. Our job is to find out what's wrong with our business before our competitor does. And to do that in business, you have to be very prepared to open your eyes and have a look at your business and say, you know, what is it that we do well? What is it we don't do so well? What actually could we change? What could we improve on? And actually, most importantly, where can we maximise? And the way we do it at Birmingham, practically, is every 6 months as a management team, we sit down and we say, right, okay, if we were buying Birmingham City Football Club today, it was the first day we owned it, what actually about it is not good enough? What actually about it needs improving? What actually is really good, and are we not championing enough? And the last thing is to be positive. Because particularly in this market, true success is largely a part of hanging on when everyone else has let go. And we have this motto at Birmingham, and this motto is everywhere you go. It's what the staff believe in, it's what I believe in, it's what sums us up and what makes us different and makes us unique and makes us one of the very few football clubs in this country that make any money and don't have any debt. And I want to share it with you. And this motto is, nothing in this world can take the place of persistence, talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful people with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Persistence and determination alone are important. The slogan, press on, has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. And as I stop to take a few questions, I ask that if you can't remember any of that, you remember this, because it's equally important. And that is that behind every successful man is a surprised mother-in-law. Thank you very much indeed.